What's going on, everybody? Mike here. So today's project is going to be a little bit off the beaten path from the farm projects we've been posting here recently. Early in the spring, we made the choice to let the kids try soccer for the first time. That was a sport they wanted to try. We told them if they stuck through the season and they kept showing interest after that, we would go ahead and invest a little bit of money in getting them some things around here to play with so that they have things to practice with. So with that being said, I've scoured the internet looking for every plan and every goal imaginable, trying to figure out whether I want to build something, buy something, and so forth. And we decided to just go ahead and pick up a net and then take some PVC pipe and make them a goal. The goal size I decided on was a 16 by 7. That's going to be a little oversized for little man. He's running U8 league right now, and my daughter's U10 going on a U11 league. I think her goal size is a little bit bigger than this. For the sake of what we're doing here at the house and then being able to just practice to shoot and kick the ball and not have to chase it any further than I have to, I decided on the 16 by 7 goal being the best fit for our application of what we got here. I found a couple goals online that are going to be similar to what I'm going to go ahead and try to build here. My biggest concern is with being 16 foot across and having to use 2 different pieces for PVC. I didn't want this thing to sag in the center. I think I've got a fix for that. I'm going to put some diagonals in on the corners. I'm hoping that it'll help brace itself up and keep that center bar straight for longer. I think eventually it's still going to sag, but this is going to be the fix that I come up with. So nonetheless, let's go and get started on this thing. I'm going to start cutting pieces down to size. I'm going to go ahead and start with the frame of the goal first and get those 3 sides done. I'm going to basically design this where it's exactly 16 feet wide from outside edge to outside edge and 7 feet tall from the ground to the top of the goal. And biggest thing being, I had to account for how much space the fittings take up to figure out what size to cut my pipes down to. I'm going to set you up on time lapse real quick. We'll see if we can get this thing rolling, and I'll take a break somewhere halfway in between and show you what I've got as I'm going. So 30 minutes in, I've got the frame all set up and going. Let me turn you around here. So as you can see, I got my 16 by 7 frame together. Took me about 30 minutes to get that all accomplished. It was pretty easy to actually lay that all out and get that figured out. And 4 pieces of 3-inch PVC that were 10 foot long got that accomplished with just a little bit of extra over there to spare. So I'm pretty happy with that. But basically I made my diagonals 4 feet, and then each of the small pieces going up are 33.5 inches all the way around, which gives me my 7 foot from bottom to top and 16 foot from outside edge to outside edge on this frame. So I can go ahead and get this all tacked in place so that part doesn't move, and I can start working on the back half of this goal and getting this thing framed out to where it'll stand on its own. Okay, quick update. I basically have it as far as I can get it, waiting on my wife to get home with the extra piece. I was one 10-foot section of 2-inch pipe short. So as soon as she gets home, I'll be able to get that other diagonal piece on this side. Everything's glued together, ready to go. So as soon as I get my sides finished up, everything that you see so far is glued and fixed in place, with the exception of those diagonals and the 22.5s that I need right here. Then once I get that done, I can get the net fixed on there. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to use there just yet. I think I'm just probably going to use zip ties for the moment. They've got these fancy clips that you can kind of wrap the net around the pipe and it like kind of hooks to itself, but those are kind of pricey, so I'm not sure that I want to spend any more money on this project than I already have. But we'll see once I get this done how it looks, and we'll kind of go from there. I do think I might have made a misstep on my dimensions. So going forward, if you guys decide to make this yourself, the way I've done it anyways, I measured outside to outside 16 feet by 7 foot high. I think I was supposed to measure the inside 16 foot, inside to inside. Looks to me like the net's gonna be just a tad big for the opening. Not a big deal though. I'll just stretch it and make it look right. That way it's nice and tight. Just keep that in mind if you decide to use my design. I'll put the measurements I used in the description. I'll also make a notation to make it longer as well if you decide you want to go that route and fix the mistake that I feel like I made. So as soon as she gets that extra section of pipe here to me, I'll go ahead and get this thing finished up. We'll wrap up. We'll show you the finished product and the kids playing on this thing for the first time. right, there's the finished product. Got it moved over here in the shade underneath the tree, which is about the only shade spot we've got on the property for the kids to play in the afternoon. So we'll leave it here for now until we decide what to do with it later. I think it turned out pretty good. If I rebuilt it again, I think I would make the inside dimension 16 foot instead of doing outside to outside like I did. And now that I'm looking at this build, I am considering maybe putting another T in line right here and putting a bar all the way across. Let me know what you guys think in the comments on that. I don't think it's necessary. Just looking at that net, the way it's sitting, I think it would look a little bit better cosmetically having a bar in the back. But let me know what you guys think on that. For now, this is gonna work. The kids are getting the shoes on. They're gonna come out here and kick their first few balls with this thing, and we'll see how this thing works out. All right, Ronaldo, let's go, bud. Is that your juke move? Oh, it technically got in there. There you go.
I did a skill and then a
Well, I'd say that was a pretty successful build. Kids are having fun. We've been out here playing for about 30 minutes, just kicking balls at the goal. Seems to be holding up great. Doesn't have a lot of movement in it when we kick at it, so that's good. But let me know what you guys think on this. This is a little bit different variation than some of the other styles I've seen posted up, guys have done. So I wanted to try something a little different to see if I could support that center bar better. Those diagonals, while I understand those aren't on like official soccer goals, those are also made out of metal. So with it being PVC like this and being able to keep these legs staked in to where they won't bow out on me, that should help keep that upright from bowing down over time. But time will tell on that. If you guys have any questions on the build, let me know. Leave me a comment. I'll try to make sure I leave all the parts in the description as to what I used on this build. I'll leave some measurements, but don't take those as gospel just because every build's gonna be a little bit different. So do your due diligence and make sure the measurements work out for you if you decide to build this like I did. But hey, that's all I've got on this video. I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this. We'll catch you guys on the next one. See ya. Oh! All right, I'll play goalie.
no.
Get it out of here. You're working your passes too, bud. Ooh.